lost the first battle by losing Kentucky, which we weren't prepared for at all, and Joseph E. Johnston managed to take that from us. We won't make that mistake again. Actually, what do we have here? We got a load of Irish, Confederate Zouaves, line infantry. I think this is actually a sharpshooter unit, and then volunteers moving up. But we have troops being recruited in St. Louis, so I am pretty sure that will hold. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn. And yeah, they're actually retreating. They're falling back to get even more troops. Lincoln's inauguration, and we got Johnny Reb and a Billy Jank, which you can read a little bit about. Troops being recruited, stuff being built. We got the defensive force right there on the front. McClellan's army is starting to take shape. We got one more cannon there being recruited. You know what? We'll need our own Irish. And what else do we need? How about the 52nd New York German Rangers? That could be something for McClellan's army. And we'll upgrade this as well. We're going to need... Let's see, what do we have here? We're going to need some cavalry. Buford's dragoons will be on the charge of Buford, of course. How many can you have? You can have 2. Union cavalry dragoons. We'll need 2 of those. And then we'll need some more of these volunteers. Actually 2 volunteers, and then we'll actually have some 2 regular units as well, as general coming down to take charge of his force. We got Sherman up here, and he's gonna have some units of his own. She's gonna move through. Actually, what I should have done is maybe I should have gone Buford, and we could have set up a force. Buford or Custer, maybe Custer. And a force comprised entirely of cavalry units, and have those cavalry units raid those states here and go ahead and take them that way.
Sir.
Chamberlain move into Ohio. Rebuilding that unit, right. End turn. Oh, that's quite the Confederate force moving against St. Louis. Attack on Fort Sumter, Union Call of Arms. So this is where I actually thought, now I'll raise the troops, but as we can see, that would have been up even more late than before. They're not raising a lot next to Richmond, which I find kind of strange, given the threat that's coming down on them. You don't have any cavalry, so you're gonna need some cavalry, don't you? Union cavalry, and then you're gonna need some of these volunteer infantry to help you out. Can't really see what's there, but it's probably nasty.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. What do we need here? Zouaves and volunteers and Sherman's force. Oh, we got Stonewall Jackson down there. I'm wondering if they've got someone sent towards the Dutch there. I want them to take the Dutch so we don't have like a Dutch state in the middle of everything when I win or lose this campaign. But I'm pretty sure I will win. Let's go ahead and end the turn again. Robert E. Lee. More information about him. I think it's the same that was there before. Haiti was destroyed. And how so? Because rebels, that's why. They couldn't manage their economy, and so they were overtaken by rebels. McKellen's army is soon ready. It needs another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. What do we have? How about some 20th Maine? Can we only have one of those? Thought maybe we could have 2. Some sharpshooter. I think those are the green guys. I'm not entirely sure. I think these actually are what's it called? We'll take 2 of those, and then we'll take some more regular. That's 5.
Yes.
Chamberlain has reached his destination. Thing is, these we need 4 more line infantry, then he should be ready to move out.
Ready for order.
Grant has reached his destination. He needs another 4 units. I'm gonna take 4 regulars. And then I'm thinking I'm actually going to set up. You know what? We'll put Custer in charge of. Oh, am I already out of money? You know what? I started off with loads of money, but let's see. Where do we have national summary? Trade income, tax income 2,000, trade income 8,000, others 12,000. Giving us a profit of 23,000. Army upkeep 10,000. Let's see if we can increase taxes. What do the people say about this? The people don't mind. I've raised the taxes to the point where we make a profit of 15,000. There we go. 2,000 gold. Put that in some farms. Actually, that was a mine I forgot to build up. Yes. End of turn. Ooh, the Confederates are moving strong there. Confederate declares war. So yeah, they declared quite a few turns ago, refusing to recognize the Confederacy. The remaining United States do not acknowledge the declaration as such, but view the stance of the Confederacy as one of rebellion against the U.S. government. More southern states secede, showing their support for Virginia's stance. 2 more southern states vote to secede from the Union in May of 1861 and begin to recruit volunteer armies. Doesn't actually say what states, but it says 2 states. The Anaconda Plan. On hearing the news that Fort Sumter in Charleston Harbor has been taken, Abraham Lincoln calls a special session of Congress and proclaims a blockade of the Gulf of Mexico's ports. This strategy is based on the Anaconda Plan developed by General Winfield Scott, the Commander General of the Union Army. It involves the Army occupying the line of Mississippi and blockading the Confederate ports. Scott believes that if this is done successfully, the South would have to negotiate a peace deal. However, at the start of the war, the US Navy has only a small number of ships and is in no position to guard all 3,000 miles of southern coastline, resulting in many Confederate import and exports successfully passing through the blockade. Well-connected mistress and a harsh reputation. I hope he was set on justice, that minister. They got a harsh reputation. He gives him 1 to management and 1 to management of justice, so he would actually be better than as a justice. This guy's honest, so if we switch, this will put 1 extra on the justice, and we'll keep the same for the others. Well-connected mistress for the treasurer, which actually helps with treasury. And yeah, this guy could be pretty good if I could get him in. Did it say what he's called? Ivan Graham. Can I just move him in to take over the army? McKellen needs 1 more unit, which is the 20th Maine. Oh, there's so many bloody units here. A lot of it's generals though. We got the possibility to recruit the 54th Black Regiment, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm gonna wait to sort of get more in line with the history. We've got the best roads. I'm not sure where the army was going through here, but we'll have no choice but to start marching to try to get Jackson, Mississippi. I can't cross the river there except down there, and that's a way bit to go, and once I go through here there is a possibility of cutting off my retreat and destroying the army, so we'll have to cross over here. But we'll march to sort of give them the idea that we're marching down here. But we'll actually move across. Don't go back a bit and then go across. We need some troops to hold this down. So we'll position them there, plus we probably need a cannon, so we'll have a howitzer. And Chamberlain, you should actually have the 20th with him, so maybe I should transfer them when I have the opportunity to his army, but he'll start to move to try to reclaim Kentucky. He can move through here, go through there, but since we got railroad actually going through here, it's probably best to actually go on the railroad, so we'll follow the railroad to Kentucky.
I cannot do that.
I cannot do that. Well, I'm telling you to do it, so do it.
Crown and country.
For crown and country. Lincoln proclaims himself king. Richmond is very weak in terms of what's actually defending it, which I'm quite surprised. What we're gonna do is wonder if I can. I'm not gonna disband. What we're gonna do is we're gonna recruit a more mobile army up here. It was my mistake too. What we can do is actually we'll send you down in case we need to recruit another army down there. And what we'll do is we'll have a more mobile army with Custer as its leader, and we'll have a load of cavalry, and they shall move down through here towards Texas. Texas is such a large state, they actually split it in 3. So we got upper, midwest, and lower Texas. Let's go ahead and turn again. wish I was in Dixie. I wish I was in Dixie. It's a popular song about the southern state. It also allegedly composed by musical performer Daniel Emmett, a northerner from Ohio, and the first published in 1859. Emmett's blackface minstrel show troupe debuted the song the same year in New York City, and it became an immediate hit. As with their other minstrel show numbers, the song was performed in blackface and exaggerated black English accents. The song proved extremely popular and became widely known simply as Dixie, becoming the unofficial anthem of the Confederate States of America. The origin of the nickname remains obscure, according to dictionary, something dark side, something complete. We're not going to read all of that. I wish I was in Dixie.
Sir.
So an army has turned up here. It's actually threatening to go this way towards St. Louis.
Sir.
But we're hoping to draw them into battle by going to the
Gathering
crossing here,
supplies. We can't do that, sir.
and in such threatening to cut them off if they go here. At the same time, they're threatening to cut us off there. But we have troops to defend this in case. And now we can't actually cross on that bloody road. I was fooled to think that I could actually move on this. So we'll have to go back through here.
Men, forward.
And then take the road along the railroad down here.
Can't do that, General.
It's a costly miss that will cost us a lot of turns.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Custer. We'll obviously have Custer's cavalry. But we need more than that. We'll have some horse-drawn artillery as well, and then we'll add on with more cavalry as we go along. There were a few states that weren't too happy, or a few areas that weren't happy with the tax increase. Well, we'll see about that. Yes. McClellan's army is ready.
By the land.
March up to the front.
Halt.
Should be ready to assault Richmond pretty darn soon. So I think we'll go ahead and end turn. As I thought. Oh, crap! The Indians. Division in the south. Residents of western counties of Virginia do not wish to secede along with the rest of the state, which causes many communities and family members to openly declare their loyalties, and local volunteers flock to fight for both the Union and the Confederacy. On June the 8th, the state of Tennessee declares for the Confederacy, despite retaining strong Union sympathies in the eastern counties. It is the last state to secede from the Union. Due to a combination of political maneuvering and Union military pressure for other slave states, Delaware, Kentucky, Maryland, and Missouri decide to stay with the Union despite holding divided loyalties. Well, we know what happened to Kentucky, or at least in our timeline. 23 states remain loyal to the Union. Why won't you let me scroll through this? There we go. I could do that. Interesting. Indians have gone ahead and taken a territory in Canada. I don't know if the British don't even have any troops. Are they going to raise troops, or is that all going to be taken over by the Indians? Because that would be quite interesting to see if the Indians would just take over Canada. Because then we could go in and just murder all the Indians. We'll send Custer, he knows how to deal with Indians. Yes, he got his cannons, but he's going to need more cavalry. 2 more cavalry and 2 more vignettes. 2 more vignettes, he didn't have any before. It's gonna push down here and push down towards Santa Fe. We're gonna see, maybe first actually we go to Upper Texas to see if they need help. You're on the way and you should be able to strike in 3 turns. Just as I thought here, they're actually moving down. Oh, they've got a random general there. So they're moving down because they realize that I put myself in between. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to force them to come to me by moving the army in between here. So I'm in between Jackson, Mississippi. So this army is going to have to engage me. At the same time, Sherman is taking up command at Missouri. Very good. We need some presence of troops up here, I think, just to hold it down, just in case. I don't think these guys would march that way, but you never know.
Humble servant.
And then we'll have McClellan actually going into Virginia here. There we're out of money. I think we're out of time, because next time we'll have maybe as much as 2 battles on our hand, and that will be a very long video if I set that all into this one. So we'll wait with that. But just to summarize here, so we got our army in here, in between. It's actually sort of surrounded by all these smaller units, but I'm not too worried about that. Then we got Chamberlain moving down towards Kentucky to retake that, and we've got McClellan ready to move in and take Richmond. We got an army here under General Robert E. Lee, and he's got a hell of a lot of cannons. Each of these cannons actually hold like 12 cannons, I think it is. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 50, 60 cannons. That's almost, I mean, that's more than, that's a crap load of cannons, I must say. Anyways, I think we'll go ahead and end it there for the 2nd episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and comment and subscribe and all that, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.